Active Investor here, bringing you another independent analysis. This time we're taking a look at ticker symbol GSAT, that's Globalstar Incorporated. The chart we have here today is a 30-minute chart, each candlestick representing 30 minutes of trading. We go back 2 days here on the chart, 2 trading days, focusing on where we sold off, where we consolidated, and if we're going to be legging up or breaking down. So with that out of the way, let's get down to the technicals. I removed the relative strength index from this chart because it really wasn't giving us any information at all. So let's just take a look at some of our candles, the volume, pivot points, and the moving averages of the chart here. So we have the 50 period moving average, the 20 period, and the 13 period moving average, yellow, green, purple. That's the exact opposite order that we want to see a stock looking like if we're going to be bullish or long on it. We want to have that 50 period below that 20 period, below that 13 period. And as you can see over here, those moving averages are starting to reverse, luckily. It is tough to say though, because you can see we had the 13 period moving average break above the 20 period moving average, but right at the very end of the day, that 20 period moving average crept up and passed above our 13 period moving average, which is not something we want to see. What's good is that 50 period moving average is coming down and converging with the other moving averages, so we could see a breakout. If it's going to remain that high above it, where we have so much space above our candles, that's basically going to tell us that this stock is going to be bearish and the chart's going to be real ugly. But that moving average is coming back down to our candles. The only problem, like I said, is the fact that the 20 period just barely crossed above the 13 period. So we're going to need to see that purple line cross above that green line, and we're going to want to see that yellow line cross below both of those. If that does happen, then we have a good shot at testing this $1.20 support. Rather, I should say resistance. We have support at $1.02 and then at 90 cents. Resistance at $1.20. So we're going to need to break $1.20 before we have any chance at pushing up further than that. Now, if we do break $1.20, there's gap up potential all the way to about $1.80. Now, obviously, that's far out of the range of this chart, but we can just draw that line here anyway. So $1.80 would be the next price target. We're quite a ways away from there, but if we do break $1.20, there is no clear resistance at all until we hit that $1.80 mark. You can see $1.80 acted as support and then resistance, so it is an area that the candles are attracted to. So there's good potential to gap up all the way to $1.80 from $1.20 if this stock remains bullish. Now, if $1.80 does break to the upside, we can continue gapping up all the way to $2.20. So there's huge gap up potential for this stock, for Globalstar. The first thing we need to do though is break that $1.20 area. So I'm going to be watching tomorrow for GSAT to test $1.20. If it tests $1.20 and still looks good, breaks above it, I'm absolutely going to be buying into here most likely, because that gap potential is huge. Now, of course, I can't tell you guys what to do with your money, but I would definitely consider getting in around 120 to sell at 180. And if 180 breaks to the upside, we can play it to 220. And if 220 breaks to the upside, we can play that. Well, I'm sorry, actually 220 would be the final price target for now. I can't imagine GSAT running any more than 220. That would pretty much complete the gap up. So 220 would be the final price target, 180 on the way up to 220. So let's just draw one more line up here for the sake of clarity. And now, just to reiterate, a break of 120 gives us a chance to get in here to sell to 180, and a break of 180 gives us a chance to trade to 220. Now, of course, you don't need to sell at 180, but there's a chance it gets denied there, and I'd rather sell there and rebuy in and have 2-day trades than to kill my first day trade by not selling when I should have. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Let's see if this thing runs. If it doesn't, there's still a chance it might the rest of the week, but it really should run tomorrow if it has any chance of gapping up in the near future. Hope this analysis gave you guys some insight on GSAT. If you guys have anything that I missed, please leave a comment below. Obviously, I don't always have a chance to cover everything, but I think that's really about all there is to say on this chart. Definitely going to be watching this for that gap up play, and I wish you guys the best of luck. Take care.